All right, I'm gonna do a really quick video for you guys. I'm gonna do a more polished version of this later, but we have a better version of this calculator now. But I'm gonna show you really quick. I want you to focus on this volatility index, okay? And why we don't chase APY. Now, if you come back and you say, well, how do you know? How can you be sure? Then get out of crypto. Okay, what we do is we use the logic and evidence and real world scenario to make the best decision we can based on probabilities and what we know about the ecosystem. We're not guessing. So, but there's also no sure thing. So if you say, well, how do you know banana's not going to tank down to zero? We don't know that for a fact, right? We don't know that gold is not going to tank down to zero. It's just that there's enough evidence that it's very unlikely. Okay, so that's how we play in crypto. So let me show you why we don't chase APY. Now, Honey, we have a dire wolf that lost a lot of money on this because they had a super high APY. Okay, super high APY. Now, that APY was calculated based on Honey being almost $4,000. Okay, $4,000. Woo, crushing it, right? Almost overnight. Look, almost overnight, it tanked down to $63, and it's all the way back to $115. Now, let me show you something. We use banana is one of the output tokens, right? When you stake in, let me get the size right here. If you're in the ape farm, you get paid in banana. All right. And you actually get about 467% if you compound it. Right. So it's going to say like 180 or something. But if you compound it, it's actually about 467. You don't have to compound it, but we're going to use compounding because that's the point of having this kind of system, right? Is the compounding gains. Now look at this. Here's the volatility index. Let me change the size again. Here's the volatility index. If we have 100 banana, and right now it's $3, we have 300 banana. Okay. Now, if we get 467% compounded over a year, and banana stays $3, we're going to have 567 banana. That's worth $1,701. So we took our 300, we turned it into 7,800. Now, the question is always, why do you have your base case at 70%? We get 467. Why don't we set it there? Because why would we build something that is not robust and reliable? Okay. If we build our base case at 70%, we can operate in a range and get what we want. We can lock it in. If we lock it in at 467, if this changes, we have to change everything. And when you change one variable in a multivariable equation, it becomes nearly impossible to figure out the other variables, right? So we have a solvable problem. My base case is 70%. Here's why. We have looked at the evidence, the track record, the teams, and the ecosystems behind all of the assets we choose. Obviously, we're behind guard. BNB is BNB, right? Now, Honey, actually, the developer of this does not have a good track record. We knew that going in. Kevin, actually brought it up and said, we looked at this person's past projects. They don't have a good track record. So I don't care what the APY is. That's why we don't chase APY. Now, back to this. Here's the thing. If banana goes to $5, we actually end up getting 845%. Okay, it goes up 66%. Now, realistically, we don't see a world where banana goes below $1 based on the evidence, the history, and all the data. Is it possible? Sure, but it's not likely, and we have to play probabilities in crypto. So even if it goes down to $1, okay, we are still above base case. See how that works? We have handpicked the assets that can lock in the lives that we want reliably, right? This is the volatility index. I'll explain these numbers in a subsequent video, right? So anywhere, it can probably go down to maybe 95 cents, and we would still be on track based on our base case. That's why we have a base case. Sure, best case, banana goes to $8 and we get 1,400%. Awesome, right? Working from a base case does not eliminate the best case. Working from a best case leads to you not getting what you want if anything changes, and things are going to change. Hopefully that makes sense, right? right? So you can operate from a base case and solve the problem, and you can still have a best case. You cannot operate from a best case as your base case and have any kind of reliability at all. Okay. Now look what happens. Honey, 3,000, call it 3,700. So it's sitting at 3,700. Okay. 3,700, and we get this return. Doesn't matter. This could be much, much higher return. Let's say it's getting 700%. So let's say it's getting 700%, right? That's better. Let's go here because Guard BNB is only getting 400 or 200 or whatever. Let's go here. Now we count for the volatility. Well, it went all the way down to 51. So there's evidence that it can go down to 51. It hung out around, even if we just ballpark it, we don't need to take worst case scenario, $145. Where's it at now? 116. All right. So let's take the current case where we're sitting right now. 116. Yeah. That's what happens when you chase APYs. You lost money in a game where it is incredibly easy to print money reliably. You lost money by chasing APYs because you haven't accounted for the volatility index. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I'll make a deeper video, but you go chasing APYs and you are out of our base case, and you can stay in the Wolfden, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't. We have spent a ton of time painstakingly picking the assets and the base case scenarios where we have accounted for the volatility index. Okay. We have accounted for, what if banana goes to 1? Oh, my base case still holds, right? At the 4, 5, or whatever it was. Base case still holds. I'm still going to get what I want. I'm still winning. I'm still getting 85%. That's better than anywhere else I can lock it in. So you're freaking out about the asset price and you're freaking out about the APY, and it's ridiculous. And you start chasing stuff around and you end up losing your ass. Stop. If you don't trust the base case, go do your own work. Create your own base case. I'm okay with that. But chasing APYs or worrying about this fluctuating price means you don't know how to do math, you don't understand compounding, and there is something broken in your operating system when it comes to decision making. Okay? That's the volatility index. We have run this on everything that we recommend and everything that I have large amounts of money in. Hopefully that makes sense. This is the head. This is why we have a base case. I don't tell you to do the math on 700%. I tell you to do the math on 70%. And if you do the math on 70%, we can get you to where you want to be. And that's the only thing that matters, that we want to be. I don't care about your moonshots and your dopamine and all that crap. Okay? The biggest dopamine hits when you get what you want.